I've seen that somewhere before.
I can also vary the left-right finger movement. Continue. If I want to do a vibrato, I don't need a mod. If I want to do a tremolo, I just vary the pressure on my finger. And the third dimension.
I have collected gear for a few decades, man. Things come and go, right? You elevate, you want to get something else sometimes, not necessarily just being a gearhead, but you want to keep creating and whatever. But the thing I've noticed that we are missing, right, is the genius of Roger Linn. Roger Linn is a genius. But check this out. There are other Roger Linns out there in the world that are geniuses that can create something that we need in this community, that we crave for in this community, that can help us be more creative in this community, help us sound better in this community, okay? And it's not in these big corporations that we go to and we ask them to do this or crave for that. And they're just not, they listening, but they're listening with a different kind of ear. They're not listening with a creative ear. They're listening with a corporate ear, right? With a, how can we please our investors ear? How can we get more capital to invest in these things? And that's going to attract more investors. That's what the ear they're listening with. They don't give a dag on what it sounds like or whatever. They just want to sell you a light show. Sell you whatever else it is that they find out that you're attracted to with all this data mining, right? They get that information and then they push something in your face, okay? What I'm trying to tell you, since we're all praising Roger Linn and the genius of Roger Linn, there are other Roger Linns out there in the world. And they are out there today. Let me show you something. All right, so check this out, man. We're all praising Roger Linn for his genius, right? And we're all also at the same time crying about what the new machines aren't doing. But guess what? There's this thing called Kickstarter, right? And I know a few of you investment cats out there that like putting your money elsewhere other than DistroKid, okay? Into your projects, okay? Kickstarter is a place that you can take your extra investment money or capital and fund projects that you're most likely interested in, such as musical products, right? So you go to Kickstarter, okay? People have put up their little $25, their little $3,000, their little $30,000, etc., right? And got a return back. But not only did they get their money back on some of these upstart projects that corporate America or corporate Germany or corporate Japan is ignoring, you get to put in input. You get to find the person that's the genius that's actually working on these projects, right? So look at here. People have put up their little bit of money and received back a big 7B right here. You know what I'm saying? And the B is for a billion. All right. So you go to Kickstarter, right? You're crying about such and such, right? You hit the search bar. All right. And in the search bar, I'm going to type in drum machine. Boom. Look at that drum machine. Boop, boop. 20 projects. Okay. 20 projects. Look at this. The Mini Jam Studio portable music machines. The Micro Rhythm. The Micro Rhythm is an open source drum machine that allows recording and playback of Linn drum, etc. Okay. What else we got here? The Euro Rack drum modules, bass drum, snare drum, hi-hats, and more, inspired by classic analog drum machines from the 80s. So let's say you click on that, right? Okay. Wow, look at this. You can even order this already. All right. How much does it cost to invest? €5. What is that? $7, $8 US, man? I don't know. But check this out, man. not only do you get to invest in this, right? You can pledge 52 euros or whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? So far, they have 57 backers. This is based in France, all right? Where was we at before? Let's go find that other one I saw that I thought was very interesting. The micro rhythm, all right? Let's say you want to invest in the micro rhythm, what they're talking about. Playback of Linn drum, DMX, 707, native samples, etc. Okay? $25 US. Okay? You see what I'm saying? This might already be out. Estimated delivery 2015. This might be out already. I'm not sure. But look at this, man. This is what I'm talking about. You can put your money in here. Even has an official project page, right? chriscon.com. You could most likely get in touch with Chris Con, okay? You see what I'm saying? We go back over here. There's so many other things here, man. Let's go to newest, all right? Because they just gave us stuff that wasn't that new. All right. So like I said, they got the bitty pocket drum machine, all right? Look at this. This looks wild. This looks like a mini auto speaker with 2 knobs on it. $98 to pledge. So far, they have reached 80,000 of a $50,000 goal. Now, what you're going to do when this comes out, and you can even watch this on YouTube, it says, what are you going to do if this comes out and this blows up and does get picked up by the lovable corporate world, right? Your little $98 may turn into 98,000. Who knows? It happens like that, okay? So check this out, man. Put your money where your mouth is. These guys are reachable. If you have to get in the community, go to MIT. I'm pretty sure there is a kid somewhere that's into music, that's a genius, such as Roger Linn. He just needs some backing. He just needs some investment capital backing to get his project off the road, off the table. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, this is where it's at. If you're serious about music and you're crying about what these machines can and cannot do, put your money where your mouth is. You can fund 20 of these projects if you wanted to. You can get in touch with Nicholas right here, created by Nicholas Peter Chalopov. Get in touch with him. This was last updated on March 6, 2023. So obviously this right here, this is something else, man. I'm telling you, man. Let's push play and see what happens. This is out of control. Oh my goodness, man. You see what I'm saying? Now, check this out, man. Like Teenage Engineering, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they were small at one point, even though now they sell things for a very high cost. I don't know if that's because it's like a low quantity or whatever. That's another story. But you can fund the next Teenage Engineering. You can get into these projects, put your little 2 cents if you can reach these people, or you most likely will, and say, hey, man, I'm into sampling drum machines. Matter of fact, can you start a project with that? With a sampling drum machine in mind? Okay, thank you. Long story short, put your money where your mouth is.
It's DJ Kirk State.
Kirk State, Kirk State, Kirk State. This is what a timpani drum sounds like. But now, cock an ear to this. It's a synthesizer too, and this is what it sounds like. Well, that's almost perfect, isn't it? And the reason it can create that sound so perfectly is because it's hooked onto a computer, which has mathematically worked out the incredible complexity of the sound wave that a timpani makes.